Hey sexies! So I just decided to come outside and chat with y'all since I'm trying to get my cat to get used to outside, but I kind of feel like I usually don't wear hats, but I don't have any shade right now. So I kind of feel like I'm a soccer mom right now. But that's like a cool look, so I'm all about it. Welcome, welcome. And I have all these dum-dums from the shoe video I did. My little kitty is like underneath my chair right now. But I just wanted to talk to you all about like whatever you want. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. And yeah. Hey sexies. Welcome, welcome. Hey sexy. Welcome, welcome. I'm just hanging out in the sun trying to get my adorable cat Winston accustomed to outside. I wonder, I kind of don't like hats, so maybe I just won't wear that right now. Although it is easier to see. Hi Maddie, thank you so much. I made the shirt and I'm actually going to sell it soon. We'll see if it does well. And hi Luke, so nice to see you. And I'm not sure if my connection's good or what. It should be fine, but thank you so much. I'm so glad that y'all are here. If you want to talk about anything in particular, please let me know. Otherwise, just like, yeah, fill in the chat or whatever. I'm currently outside because my kitty cat is really scared to go outside. He's like still getting used to it, so I just wanted to be outside to like help him feel more comfortable, and he's just like crawling under my seat, which is really cute. You want to see him? 1 second. Let's see. Winston! Isn't he so cute? Hi Winston, say hi baby. So anyway, that's that. So thank you for joining me on this Wednesday. I hope y'all are having a good week so far. It's nice that, you know, the weather's nice here at least today. It's been really gloomy, so it's really nice that we can actually go outside, and he's exploring, so that's really good. I kind of want him out of the house. He's been lovely and stuff, but he's been getting bored, so he's been like, you know, messing with my stuff. And like when I'm working, I'm like sitting at my laptop and he'll just like walk right across my laptop. He's already sent a few messages to my coworkers and it's so embarrassing. I'm like, I'm so sorry, that was my cat. And he's locked me out a couple times too. So I'm trying to get him out of the house so he can like play more without, you know, me having to just tell him like, hey, get off my laptop, you know? Luke says he's adorable. Thank you so much. He is a little angel. He's really cuddly too. I'm not sure if any of y'all know anything about cats though, but I would love to get your input about this because he's like, he's on a different feeding schedule than when he was with his actual parents. And so I have been feeding him once a day, which I've heard is good, and like the set amount of food, but he gets super cranky about it and he's been like waking me up at night. So if y'all have any advice or whatever about that, please let me know. I guess I'm just gonna wear this hat. I kind of think it's like awkward looking. I kind of feel like I'm a soccer mom, which is a totally cool look. But I've never been a hat person, but it's cool. It's cool. I actually embroidered this hat too. It says the Denver vendor. That's another one of my like little creative venture things that I'm happy to talk about if you're interested. But High Heels says, sorry I'm late. I just had to complete missing assignments. No worries. I just started this live, so you're not really late at all. We're just chatting and enjoying the nice weather. I'm not even sure where Winston went. I'm going to say that's a good thing because he's exploring, so that's good. Jumanji says, get him his own little laptop. Cardboard works. I will. That's a really good idea. I've seen those like TikToks and stuff where people like give their cats like, yeah, like they just want to be doing the same thing that you are, and so getting him like a little laptop would be really cool. Hi Bree, so glad that you're here. Manya says, will the cat let you make him pole dance? So I'm still developing trust with him. He doesn't really, I've only picked him up a couple times, and that's because he was in trouble and I just needed him to stop doing something. So I just want to get to a point where like, cause cats, like, you have to really ask for consent from cats. Dogs are easier. Cats, I don't want him to hate me, so I will see. He's been really interested in pole dancing, as you could tell by some of my videos that I posted. he'll like watch me pole dance, and I had my friend over to pole dance last night, and he was like really interested in it. I'm not sure if he'd like to participate because it is like, I don't want him to get spinny or whatever, because what I would like to do, I've seen like some TikTokers do this before, or pole dancers like hold their cat and then spin, which I think is really cool, but he's a little chunky too, so I have to figure out how I can hold him safely and for him to not freak out. So I will work on that, but I will just have to see how comfortable he is, because I don't want him to hate me over something like that, because, you know, it's, yeah, but we'll see. Oh, Minnie! Awesome. Okay, I'll try to call you Minnie from now on. It's a little hard to see the usernames anyway right now just because it's so bright, but thank you for introducing yourself, Minnie. I'm so glad that you're here. But yeah, I just like would love to know if y'all want to talk about anything in particular. I did just upload a video. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's so cool. It's my reaction to, I just basically wanted to boost someone else's video. It's this guy who is learning how to pole dance in a wheelchair, and it is so freaking cool. And he does a really amazing job with his friend, and she can pole dance too. And I'm assuming genders right now. I'm really sorry about pronouns, but they did a really good job. So if you haven't checked out that video yet, please do, because it's so freaking cool. And also, I'm wearing my button today. I made this button, and I'm not sure if you can see it. It's kind of hard to tell with TikTok, like with the glare and stuff, but basically it says Bimbo Feminist, and it's an old pinup with armpit hair, which I think is so cool. So I have a bunch of these for sale too on my Etsy if you want to check it out. There's a link in my bio. But yeah, so that's basically it today, and Winston's doing a really good job. He's like out in the yard, which is really good. And he like, it's been like really rainy here in my area, and which is really uncommon. We're like in a really dry area, and so all of my weeds are like growing in, which is really cool, because it was all dirt before, and when I moved in at least, and now he's like kind of like hunting and prowling in the high grasses, which is really fun. Well, the weeds, I should say. He's doing really good. He's really adventurous. I guess all I had to do is just like be outside, because he was like stepping outside. I left the door open for him, and he would like kind of creep outside, and that's about it though. And then he'd like, any sort of sound that he would hear, even if it was like a bird or something, he would just like run back inside. So he's doing really good. He just needs some moral support, I suppose. High Heels is asking if I support LGBTQ+. Yes, I'm part of the community. I identify as pansexual. So, of course I support. I would love to know why you ask. We can talk more about that too, because I'm kind of recently out. So coming out was a little difficult for me. I grew up in a more conservative household. So not that they were judgmental or anything. Actually, I came out to my mom like through a live. So I still don't, she hasn't said anything to me yet. I mean, I've kind of talked to her about it before, and I don't want to throw my mom under the bus or anything, because she's awesome. She's a wonderful lady. She's a great mom, but something she just doesn't understand. And so she was like, well, you were just so boy crazy growing up. Like, I don't see how you could be into anything else but men, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, that's because of society, and like she didn't really understand. And I really don't like explaining my sexuality to people, honestly, because first of all, it's not anyone's business besides someone that I'm like wanting to date, I guess. And also, like, I guess I just had a hard enough time like kind of discovering where I am now and getting to this point that it's honestly really emotionally taxing. I'll of course answer any questions that y'all have, and if you have specific questions, but it is something that I don't really like talking about if people like are insensitive, especially, or they don't understand, because it's like, it's not my job to explain this to you. Like, I'm still trying to understand it myself. So yeah. Maddie says, girl, hair is just hair. Don't let anybody say anything. I agree. Yeah, I grew out my armpit hair because I actually grew out my leg hair first. And then people were asking me, like, why do you shave your underarms? And I was like, I don't know. That's a good question. And so now I don't. and I feel so good about it. I feel great. And actually, I was gonna put on my mustache today. I might do that later, but I like mascara mustaches. That's like another thing that I've been experimenting with because I love mustaches. I'm super into it, so I'm not sure if y'all are the same, but yeah. Maddie's pan too. Awesome. So glad that you're part of our community. And Winston is like brushing against me. I guess he got a little scared because there was like a motorbike. Are you okay, buddy? You're okay. Hi. I'm like kind of like in a higher sitting chair, so you can't really reach me, but he's already off doing his own thing again, so that's good. Stargazer, good morning. I love how you're always popping in first thing in the morning for you in my lives. It's great timing. I would love to know how you're doing. Are you doing any pole dancing today? And if y'all haven't checked out Stargazer Pole's account yet, please do. High Heels is asking if I like crunchy keyboards. Hi. Hi, pup. It's okay. Crunchy keyboards? I'm not really sure what that is. I'm assuming those are like, are they keyboards that like, I see you, darling. This dog is barking at me. He's a big dog. It's okay. Maybe it's also the cat that he's barking at, but I hope the barking's not bothering you guys too much. But are crunchy keyboards just like keyboards that make like a lot of sounds? Like, I'm not really sure what that is, but if you explain it to me, I'd love to know. But what else can we talk about today? I kind of like went on this live just to kind of like reach out to y'all because I'm usually going on live like when I'm in a car, and now I can engage more and I can actually read like your comments and things like that. So please feel free to fill in the chat. We can talk about whatever you want. Stargazer says, I get notified every time and I'm always on the train to work. How cool. I love that. You're in Australia, right? Or New Zealand. Is it New Zealand? I don't remember. And if I'm completely wrong, please forgive me. There's so many pole dancers on here that are like so awesome. So I just kind of forget sometimes. But I wish that transportation here was better so we could do more oh, there's a car too. Oh my goodness. We could do more public transport here because I hate driving, but you can't really not drive here, unfortunately. And I really miss taking the train because when I lived in the UK and like when I lived in Switzerland, I would go to take the train to school every day, and that was just so fun and awesome. And that actually felt safe because I feel like public transportation here, for me personally, just doesn't feel safe. So because I've been harassed on a couple different occasions. Horrible. Mia's asking if I speak Spanish. I speak a little bit, but not like conversationally even, like not very good. I did Duolingo for a while. I used to speak French pretty fluently, but unfortunately I lost that because I don't live in Switzerland anymore and no one here speaks French. So Stargazer, oh, in Australia, how nice. That's on my bucket list. I really want to go there soon and travel there. I had a foreign exchange student live with us when I was growing up, and that was like so cool. And so I have a lot of Australian art, like Aboriginal art and stuff in my house, which is really cool. So I love Australia. That's awesome. Thank you for joining, and I hope your train ride's going well, Stargazer. Maddie says your glasses are adorable. Thank you so much. I thrifted them. And little Winston's chewing at my feet right now. He's so cute. And for those of you who just joined or whatever, Winston's my cat, my foster nephew cat, and he's doing really well. Let's see. Luke says, speaking of driving, I really want to go to a plant store today, but I don't want to drive. Oh my gosh. You know what? I have plants. If you want to do like a plant trade, Luke, I'm not sure if you have any plants, but I would love to do a trade with you. I have these like really easy to propagate. They're called Swedish ivy, and they're so pretty. They're like kind of viney, but they're like they're really green and really beautiful. So if you ever want to do a plant trade, I'd be so happy to do that. And yeah, I'm sorry, driving is the worst. So if you end up doing it, let me know how it goes. That sounds so fun. Stargazer says, I unfortunately lost my car and I'm public transporting everywhere. It's safe but dodgy. Yeah, it's always like, I feel like especially for women and younger people, like public transportation is scary. But just because you never know, and also just so many crazy things are happening in the world right now. So please stay safe. I'm sorry that you lost your car. I know all about that. I had my car back in 2015, 2016, I want to say. It was totaled by a drunk driver. Luckily, I wasn't in the car, but that was like a heartache and a half. So I'm really sorry to hear that. SSR says hello. Hey, sexy. So glad you're here. Stargazer, love it. Awesome. Luke says, OMG, no way. Totally, I would be down. Yeah, totally. Let's message on Instagram. Please message me on Instagram, and maybe we can set up like a plant trade. And I also like with my followers or whoever's interested, honestly, I want to do like a Secret Santa kind of thing, but like just now, because I feel like why not do like maybe a Secret Santa thing in June, I guess, because June's coming up, and it's for like people creatives, and I want to do like a trade, like it's all like everyone gets one person, and we all can send a handmade item or like a bundle of handmade items to someone. Cause like I make buttons, I made this top, I embroidered this hat. Like I do like so many different like arts and crafts and stuff. And I love anything handmade. Like I just got these, a friend handmade these. So I love anything handmade, and I think it'd be really cool to promote each other and like to support each other by, you know, like trading art and stuff. So doing a Secret Santa, but not like going into the consumerism, like capitalist thing, by just like trading handmade things. So if y'all are interested, maybe I can set that up. SSR says it's 3:22. Yes, it's 3:23 for me right now too. Mia says you're so cool. You're so cool too, sexy. You're awesome. Cute Aesthetic says, do you remember me? I think so. Your username looks familiar. I'm so glad that you're here, sexy. High Heel says, I like stabbing roaches with needles. You're a very interesting character. Every time you come on here, you always have something very interesting to say. I hope you're okay, and I hope that that's just a joke, just because stabbing roaches doesn't really seem too productive, but thank you for sharing. Cute says, LOL. Oh, Sam's here. Hi, sexy. It's been a little while. Yeah, I am live finally, which is good. Usually I just go live when I can, and yesterday I couldn't go live. You know, it's also a mental health thing. Jumping on these lives can be discouraging sometimes, just because, you know, everyone here is obviously really nice and awesome, but sometimes when I go on lives, like, there's just some not so great people that, like, you know, bully me or just are not so nice, or like challenge my, you know, just challenge me, I guess. And if I'm really not having a good emotionally well day, you know, it's harder to deal with that. And I also don't want to be mean to people. I'm trying to be nice to everyone on this app, even bullies, if I can. So yeah, I'm so glad that we could all meet together and stuff today and here and now. And I'm glad you're here, Sam. Stargazer says, I gotta go. Thanks for keeping me company. Enjoy your afternoon. You too, sexy. Have a great day. SSR says, oh no, I drop y'all? What's that mean? I hope that you're okay. Cute Aesthetic says, thanks. Awesome. Eliza says, hey sexy, so glad you're here. Maddie's here. My stair is low on gas. Oh no. I hope you're okay. Mia says, my birthday is coming up June 17th. Hey, awesome. How old are you turning? Congratulations. Birthdays are always fun if you like celebrating them. Eliza says, I love your glasses. Thank you so much. I thrifted them. January 31st. Awesome. Sister's birthday. Cool. Lots of fun birthdays. Oh, SSR dropped their phone. I hope it's okay. I hope there's no cracks. I'm really clumsy too, so sometimes I drop my phone. Oh, state. Your state is low on gas? Oh no. What happened there? Mia says 8. Oh my goodness, congratulations. 8 is a great age. Cool. Awesome. So since we're at the end of the chat, sweet. Feel free to enter some things that you want to talk about, but I think what I want to talk about today, just want to make sure I know where my cat is. I don't know where he went. Oh well. I wanted to talk a little bit more about body positivity, just because that was a really productive topic of conversation a couple lives ago, and I just wanted to talk about that more. So I do have this button for those of you who are new. It says Bimbo Feminist, and I'm not sure if you can really see it, but it's a vintage pinup. So what I like to do with my art is I like to reuse things and like trash and things like that. So I'll like get a lot of vintage like books and things like that, or magazines, and I like to repurpose them because these are like not very body positive pinups. It's like all, first of all, one race. They're usually white. They're usually like have light hair and eye colors, and they also don't have any body hair, and they also are all like the same like bodily proportions for the most part. So I'm like trying to reclaim them, and so she has body hair on her, but I just like to kind of reclaim old art and try to make it new and make it more productive for people to feel comfortable in their bodies and stuff. So I hope you like that. I'm getting a couple messages, so we can return to body positivity after this. Oh, some hackers are turning the gas off. That does not sound good. I hope that they can get that resolved. Hi, kitty. High Heel says you'll hit 100K soon. I'm almost at 50K. So it's taken me, like, I only started this account in February, so hopefully I can get to 100K relatively soon, but there's a pretty steady growth. I will say that being shadow banned and stuff has definitely made it harder to gain followers than it has been in the past, but thank you so much. Yeah, I'm almost at 1 million likes as well. I'm really excited to hit that mark. So thank you for your support. Eliza says, do you have any more pole tricks? Because I want to try them at school, because my school, we have a pole, and I want to learn. Awesome! So the pole at your school probably isn't spin, and I usually only do spin, but I do have a bunch of tutorials on my profile if you want to check them out. As for new pole tricks, I can see if I can do another tutorial today, but I have a bunch up already. If you've already tried them all, I'll try to get another one up, but yeah, just take a look, because I have tutorials going all the way back to February, and I also have a YouTube that like categorizes these things a little easier, because on TikTok it's really hard to organize all the videos because I have so many. So if you want to check out my YouTube, there's a link in my bio, or you could just look at Pole4dummies, and it's more organized there if you want to check out my tutorials there. But other than that, I will do that. Unfortunately, I just can't do pole tricks on my lives anymore because I will get taken down. So yeah, I'm really excited. Do you want to learn? Mia says, I'm leaving. Okay, I have to go to the store. Bye, sexy. So glad that you came, and I hope you have a good day. SSR says, what is a shadow ban? So basically what TikTok does, and I'm just using shadow ban as like an overall term because I'm not really sure if shadow ban is like a real thing, but basically when you use certain hashtags, or if you're reported a certain amount of times, TikTok will stop showing your content to other people. So basically, my account has been reported a lot because of just pole dancing, and it is a family-friendly account, but for some reason, TikTok just doesn't like pole dancing. So that's why I've been like not performing that well with my TikToks and stuff, because yeah, it's just been shadow banned or whatever. So thanks for asking. Maddie says, yeah, it's happening in America, but only 7 states are low for now. That's so crazy. I haven't even heard about that. I'm really sorry. I hope that doesn't happen for much longer, because people need to get around. Yeah, Eliza says it doesn't spin, but thanks. Yeah, a lot of the moves that I teach on my account like can be for both spin and static pole, so you can still do those moves. I just urge you to be careful, because you will need to do more, put more energy into your spins for just a plain static pole. So yeah, I hope you have fun with that. Hi, Chevy Kids, so glad you're here. High Heels, thank you for explaining shadow ban. Hi. Luke says, I'm not going to the plant store today. It closes in 30 minutes. Oh, that's such a bummer. Well, maybe tomorrow? I always say that I'm going to go to the plant store, and then like on a weekend, and then I never do. I'm just like, no, I just want to stay home and like not get dressed or whatever today. So hopefully you can do that soon. Chevy's asking if pole dancing is hard. That's a great question. I would say no. I mean, getting, like, I don't know, they say this in skiing and, like, snowboarding and stuff. Like, they say that skiing is, easy to learn, hard to master. And then, snowboarding is hard to learn, but easy to master. I'm not sure if that has any merit to you all, but I kind of like to think of pole dancing in a similar way as the skiing. Like, I feel like it's easy to learn, but hard to master. And it just depends on, like, how athletic you are and things like that. But for me personally, it was really easy for me to get started because there's a lot of basic moves that I feel like you can start right away. And for me, that's also a privilege that I have because I'm an able-bodied person. So, I mean, take that with a grain of salt, but I feel like, yeah, you can start moves really fast, get to know certain moves, but then getting more advanced is a lot more hard. But as long as you practice, improvement will be there. So yeah. Let's see. Maddie says, yeah, they're making us try to pay them $4 million for them to stop with the gas. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. I really hope y'all can figure that out. That's so scary. Chevy is asking if I support LGBTQ. I'm lesbian. Awesome, congratulations. I do support LGBTQ. I'm pansexual. So, of course, I'm glad that y'all are comfortable asking me that. That's awesome. Luke says, yeah, LOL, I really want a Plie and a Monstera. I can trade you a Monstera, that's for sure. I've got a Monstera that's doing really well. And Plie are like, I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, so I'm really sorry if I'm not, but Plies, are they like viney? Are they kind of like philodendrons? I feel like that's kind of what they are. They're like in that same family. But they're both like really awesome and really beautiful and easier to take care of, I feel like. So Hayil says, I feel you. My mom isn't gonna get me McDonald's. Oh, I'm so sorry. SSR says, my sister's baby says hello. Hey, sexy, little baby sexy. Eliza's back. Awesome. So glad. Mrs. Chonker says, just dropping in to say hello, gorgeous. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much. I hope you are too. Thank you so much for stopping in. It's so nice to see you. It's so nice. Oh, and JT's here. Hey, sexy. So glad that you're here. We've just been talking about a lot of different things with plants, sexuality, body positivity and stuff like that. So if y'all have anything to contribute with any of those topics, please feel free to hop in the chat. I am reading all the messages. So Luke says, the plie are the ones that I look like little discs. They're so pretty. Ooh, oh, are those the money plants? I have one of those too, and those are also really easy to propagate. So I love that you're into plants. I will say that plants have like enlightened my life so much. So personally, I'm a child-free person. I don't want to have kids. I never plan on having kids, and that seems like a nightmare to me, except for fostering teenage kids. That's okay with me, but babies and stuff, like, that's not my thing. And I'm really into like this whole movement with like being child free and stuff. I think it's really empowering for a lot of people, myself included. And so they're starting to say that like cats and dogs, like, or pets, are like turning into the new kids, and I feel like plants are turning into the new pets. So if you are interested, like, or if you can't get like a dog or a cat or something, or a pet, I definitely recommend you get a plant because they're so fun to take care of, and watching them grow feels really good, and nurturing something is really important for human nature and for well-being. So if you don't have a plant yet, you can get them for really cheap. So I definitely urge y'all do that. And Mrs. Chonker says, I love your top. Thank you so much. I made it. I crochet, and I think I'm going to sell it. I will have to take some pictures and put it on my website, but I do have a couple of tops available. I have a bunch of stuff available on my Etsy if you want to check it out, like buttons, paper, journals, soap, all this kind of stuff, including shirts and stuff. But these tops are really cool because they would fit like a bunch of different sizes. I'm like a very petite person. I have like small cup size and everything, but this kind of top, like, you could definitely have like a fuller cup size, and it's also ties in the back. And you can tie it however you like, and there's a lot of give with it. So even if you're like a little bigger, like chested or whatever, you can still wear this top because it's pretty flexible, and you can just kind of like tie it and fit it to your needs. So thank you so much. SSR says she laughed. Oh, how cute. Savannah, hi. Luke says, yes, the money plants, LOL. So this is another really cool thing about plants, Luke, and I'm so glad that you're into plants. You and I are so similar in so many ways, like loving musical theater, loving plants, loving people, LGBTQ, all that kind of stuff. I always love when you pop on here, but the cool thing about plants, too, is a lot of them have, like, superstition and things with them, like, not, like, anything bad, but, like, luck-oriented, and I'm, like, really into luck and things like that, because I'm into manifesting and stuff like that. I'm new to it, but I feel like you can manifest good things in your life if you believe in it and summon that. And so the cool thing about money plants, or the plie that you were talking about, is that they are called money plants because they're supposed to give you good fortune, give you like more money and things like that. So if you believe in that kind of thing, and even if you don't, it's a great placebo. Placebos work even if you don't believe in them. But yeah, I hope that you can get those. And again, I'm happy to give you like do a trade or whatever. I can give you a trade with a bunch of plants. It's cool that a lot of these plants have like these luck things, and they give you good things and positivity. So yeah. Maddie says that my grandma's stocking up on gas. I hope she's okay. Yeah, stock up while you can. I hope that it's not too expensive. Eliza says my sexuality is pansexual. Awesome! Congratulations. It's really nice, and y'all are so young too to start to know what your sexuality is, because, and I feel like it's changing too. I feel like from my whole life, because I'm in my mid-20s now, my sexuality has changed a lot, and a lot of that has to do with people being more accepting now, and so you can actually explore that, whereas, you know, earlier times you really couldn't do that. So I'm really glad that y'all are discovering yourselves a lot sooner than I did, because it's really important to know who you are, and your sexuality is a huge part of that. Maddie says she said they can only use one enter and exit now to get gas. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. I hope that's okay. Gay Pug, I love your username, by the way. Sorry, my kitty cat, I feel like he's everywhere anyway. Gay Pug says your Little Nas Montero dance was so cool. Thank you so much. I worked so hard on it. I really had to get resourceful for that video, and it's really sad that Little Nas X still hasn't announced a winner. Basically, Little Nas X forgot about the whole challenge, so we're trying to get his attention and asking him, like, hey, can you please announce at least a deadline for when you're going to announce a winner? Because it's really unfair that a lot of us are getting our accounts banned, things like that. It's just not cool for Little Nas X to put out a challenge out there, you know, dangling $10,000 in front of us in the middle of a pandemic, and we're getting our videos and stuff taken down, and we're getting punished for that. It'd just be really nice for a celebrity like him to stand up for us, especially for fellow people of the LGBTQ community. Like, Lil Nas X is so inspirational in so many ways by their music video. I also grew up Christian, and I felt kind of shunned with the church. I have my own religious trauma, and I'm no longer religious anymore because of that. And so for him to have such powerful commentary on that, it was so meaningful, and that's why I wanted to participate in the challenge so much, and why many of us wanted to support him. But now that he's not supporting us back, it's really hard to continue supporting him. So if you want more information about that, I do have a couple videos up discussing and describing that. But if you also have questions while I'm here, please feel free to fill in the chat, and I'm happy to answer your questions. Mrs. Chonker says, I will have to. I did not know you had an Etsy. Yes, I have so much fun stuff on there. Buttons, these tops. I'm trying to be more size inclusive, but honestly, I'm not very good at crocheting, so I can only make my size right now, but I have a lot of fun stuff up. If you want to check it out, my Etsy, there's a link in my bio, and then you're also supporting me because I don't make any money off of this, really. Like, the amount of money that TikTok gives me for the Creator Fund is laughable, honestly. It's so small. Especially for all of the things that I invest in, like pole dancing classes and all that kind of stuff. I pay for them so y'all don't have to, so I can provide free tutorials and stuff. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not begging you for anything, because if you can't give me anything or don't want to, obviously don't. But if you do want to support me, feel free to check out my Etsy. That'd be so cool. I really would appreciate that. Luke says, do you have any crystals? I'm a big crystal lover. I have so many. Okay, yes, I do have a bunch of crystals. And when I first started this TikTok, I had someone suggested I put crystals in my shoes. And I do have a video of that up if you want to check that out. But I am not too good at keeping track of what all my crystals mean. I have so many, but like I have, obviously rose quartz is like a primary one. And so is, there's like a tiger eye, which was really powerful for me, I feel like. But yes, maybe someday, maybe tomorrow, Luke, if you're gonna be available, maybe we can both pop on live and talk about crystals, because that'd be so cool. I would love to talk with people who actually know what they're talking about, because I don't really know. Anne says, can you go to the pool? I want to lawn trucks. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Feel free to clarify, and maybe I will I'll be able to answer you. Gabe Pug says the Montero dance is really cool. Thank you so much. Rosie says I'm bisexual. I just haven't come out to my parents yet. That's totally fine, because your sexuality is no one's business besides your own. And I think it's so funny that straight people don't have to come out to their parents and stuff. And I was talking a little earlier that I actually came out to my mom over live, just like this. Like, I never came out to her. it just happened to come up in conversation on my live, and so that's how my mom found out. And I grew up very conservatively, so she's accepting and she's very supportive of me, but I think it's hard for her to understand what that means. And so if your parents, if you don't feel like you're ready, or if you don't even want them to know, it's really none of their business. So do it at your own pace. And there's also a lot of stigma with coming out. So if you're not ready, or if you're scared, please protect yourself, and you don't have to. But if you want to do it, please do. Like, do whatever is good for you. Marissa says, hi, beautiful. This is so fun to see you live. I haven't done this yet. Hey, Marissa. It's so nice that you're here. Yes. I'm not sure if you're still here. I hope you are. But yes, you should go live if you can, because it's so fun. It's a great way to engage with people and also talk about pole dancing and stuff. I wish that I could still pole dance on my lives, because that's what I would be doing right now, because that's what I like to do. But unfortunately, please be wary. Even if you're fully dressed, it doesn't matter. If you're pole dancing, TikTok will take you down. If you're live, so please be careful. I was in like full pole dancing gear. Like, I had my pole dancing pants on, I had like a short sleeve shirt on, and TikTok still took my live down after 6 minutes because I was pole dancing. So please be careful, but I'm so glad that you're here. Maddie says that mostly on the East Coast. Did he even pick yet though? No, Lil Nas X still has not picked a winner. Lil Nas X actually hasn't announced like literally anything about the contest since that one video that announced the contest. So I'm not sure if he was using us for just views and like boosting them. I'm not really sure, but I really hope that's not the case, because I want to support Lil Nas X. But if he's just going to take advantage of his fans and pole dancers and all other marginalized communities, like, I'm not going to have it. You know, I can't support someone who's going to take advantage of their fans. Gay Pug says, I came out to my parents that I was lesbian in 6th grade. That's awesome! Are they supportive and stuff? I would love to know. And Indigo says, ooh, I will totally check out your Etsy. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I would really love that. That's so awesome. And even if you just like check things out, if it's not your cup of tea, that's fine too, but it would be really great to get your support. Again, my Etsy, there's a link in my bio. That'll take you right there. And Marissa says, I am, hi. Okay, cool. Cool. So yeah, if you want to go live, I don't know how many followers you have to go live. It's either 1,000, I think it's 1,000, right? But I definitely recommend, for those of you who can go live, if you want to boost your account and things like that, please go live, because that will boost your account, especially if you go live. This is just from my personal experience. I don't really have data showing this, but this is just from my personal experience. And I have almost 50,000 followers now, so I feel like I kind of have a say in this. But if you want to boost your account, upload a video or whatever, And I would also use your data metrics. So if you have like, if you're able to view the metrics of your followers and stuff, check that out. Look to see what's a good time for you to post during the day. I've seen that mostly my followers are online between 3 and 5 p.m. and then it like sometimes goes up or down depending on if people are up in the evening. It just depends. But post at like a crucial time. So for me, it was 3 p.m. and then I go live like almost immediately after, because that like TikTok likes when you're using their features and things like that. And so it'll start boosting your videos. So that's just like a pro tip that I've seen helps me. Also, before posting a video, if you can, like go through your For You page, like start like engaging with people on TikTok, like commenting, watching videos all the way through, liking stuff, engaging. TikTok likes to see that too, because the more you engage with their app, the more they're likely to promote your stuff. And yeah, so I hope that helps. If you have more questions about just like kind of gaming the TikTok system or whatever, I'd love to talk about that, because I've learned a lot since this account especially. So I'd love to talk to you about that if you're interested in boosting your views and stuff. Luke says, I'm so glad your mom was supportive. My dad is the same way. He supports me, but he doesn't really get it. Yeah, actually, well, so I think I misspoke, because my mom just didn't say anything about it. We've talked about it a little bit before, where she kind of doesn't believe me. Which, whatever, she doesn't need to believe me. It doesn't matter. And again, she's like from a different time. She grew up in a different like kind of area, so I understand. But yeah, she still loves me regardless, and my parents are very supportive regardless of what I do, even if we kind of have contradicting not morals, but like just beliefs in general. But I'm so glad that your parents are supportive, even if your dad doesn't understand. That's just normal. That's normal. I'm just glad that they didn't kick you out or anything, because there's so many horror stories about parents not being accepting of their own children, and that's so sad. So I'm glad. Good evening, Nathan. So glad you're here. Gay Pug says, my parents are supportive indeed, but I was very nervous when I was telling them I was lesbian. Yeah, of course you'd be nervous. And it's so cool that you knew so early, because again, like I was saying earlier, figuring out my sexuality, it's still a thing. Like I kind of identified as bisexual. Sorry, I'm like sweaty. I'm like itchy because of my sweat. So it's pretty warm here. But anyway, it's really cool. Like, I just feel like I used to identify as bisexual, and then like me learning more about the gay community, I was like, well, actually, I think that I'm more than that. I'm just pansexual. I'm attracted to literally any gender, just as long as they're like cool and my type or whatever. And I don't even know what my type is. Honestly, it changes. And I will say too, after a lot of trauma, I'm not interested in men anymore, but I still identify as pansexual because I'm still attracted to men. However, I don't want to date them anymore. And honestly, I'm really happy being single, but I'd love to explore something more than just being with a man, because I just have a lot of trauma there, and I'd like to explore more of that. And Nathan Cool says that you do have to have 1,000 followers in order to go live. Very cool. Marissa says, loving all this info. It's so helpful. Thank you. Of course. Yeah. And not everyone's goal is to, grow their TikTok accounts. But if it is, like, I'd be happy to tell you how I've done it. Obviously, I'm still a pretty small account, but I have gone from 0 followers to almost 50,000 now, just within, 3 months. So, yeah. And especially if you're not a pole dancer, if you're not doing anything controversial for TikTok's community guidelines, you can grow it even faster, I feel like. Also, having a niche, I feel like, is really helpful. So my niche is pole dancing. So even though I have so many other interests, like I make art and I do all this other stuff, besides, like I sing, I'm a musician, I do all this other stuff besides pole dancing. My niche for TikTok, my TikTok is pole dancing. So if you have a niche, I feel like that does a lot better too on TikTok. Also, if you use certain hashtags, so Marissa, you especially should listen to this because you're a pole dancer. Please stop tagging your videos hashtag pole dancing, hashtag pole dancer. Please stop, because that is going to hinder your views. People like TikTok, shadow bans those hashtags and stuff. There's certain hashtags, and you can look this up. There are resources online that'll tell you which hashtags are like censored or whatever, and pole dancing is one of them. So what hashtag I've been using lately is hashtag big metal stick because it's the same thing, but us pole dancers are trying to reclaim hashtags by using different ones besides pole dancing. So it kind of sucks that you have to do that, but just be careful with the hashtags you use because TikTok does censor that stuff. And Queen's here. Hey, sexy. This app made me fully realize I'm not straight. Yes, me too. And that's the cool thing about TikTok. Like, I have a lot of issues with TikTok, but honestly, TikTok has helped me become a lot more woke, become more educated about myself, be more confident, realize that I'm not the only one out here that is the X, Y, or Z. I'm not the only one that's questioning their sexuality. I'm not the only one with body hair. I'm not the only one who, you know, it just makes me feel a lot less alone, especially during the pandemic. You know, it's so easy to feel isolated and stuff. So I'm really glad, Queen, that you have realized that you're not straight through this app. It's a very useful tool. Hi, Tara. So glad you're here. And hi, baby Maddie Bear. So glad y'all are here. But if y'all have anything else to say, please let me know. I am getting pretty baked out here, like hot, I should say. I guess that word has different meanings, but I'm really warm. So if y'all have anything else you want to talk about before I head out, please let me know. While y'all are thinking of things. And hi, William. So nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. But just a reminder, I have a bunch of links in my bio if you want to check out more stuff that I'm participating in. I have my own Etsy, and I also have a YouTube and Instagram, and my Instagram and YouTube are super cool because I can post things there that I can't post here. So like me doing dances and stuff like from my actual classes that are really fun, and the reason I can't post those here is because I'm wearing less clothing and TikTok doesn't like that. So I do have more videos and content and stuff on my YouTube and on my Instagram if you want to check it out. There's a link in my bio. And again, I have an Etsy there if you want to support me and buy my art, get like handmade stuff from me. And there's a lot of other stuff there too that I can't think of right now. I am working on a Patreon. If y'all know anything about Patreon, please message me because I am so lost. I really want to like work on that, but I don't know how to run it, and doing all this stuff by myself takes a lot of time and stuff. So if you have any tips or anything in regards to Patreon, please let me know. And JT Hater is asking an amazing question, and I'm so glad you asked this. They ask, do you have any tips for lack of motivation? Love, love, love this because I face this all the time. So if you have seen any of my lives before, you probably know I've said this before. I'm pretty sure that I have a mood disorder. And with that means I go through, and I'm undiagnosed, so please just take my word with a grain of salt. And I have a psych degree, so I know a little bit of what I'm talking about, but I'm not a doctor. So I go through a lot of mood swings, and with that comes motivation and lack of motivation. So things for me, I've realized that like some days I'll have so much energy, I'm so driven to do all this stuff, and then the next day, for whatever reason, I can't do anything. It's almost like I am, what's it called? I'm like in a trance of just like, I'm stuck, you know? And I am not an expert still at resolving that issue because I still have my days where I'm like that. In fact, yesterday was kind of one of those days where I just was like, I don't want to do anything. I already had content made, so I didn't like get ready or anything. I just was basically in my pajamas all day. And so, but what I have learned that every time I'm having an episode like this, and I do call them episodes because I kind of want to distance myself from them because it's not me, it's just something I'm going through, and I think blaming myself only brings harm. So yeah, the first step I would recommend is to not blame yourself, to just recognize what's happening. That's the first step. The second step is to do something with your time that you feel like is productive for you but fun. So for me, like when I'm in a state like this, like I can't do dishes or something, like I can't do chores because that's not fun for me, and I just feel like that's another thing I have to do. So I might do something that I feel like is productive but fun. So sometimes it's crocheting for me because I'm like, oh well, I can make myself an outfit, or I can like make some art, something like that, to feel like I'm doing something but also having fun and trying to not get like sucked into something. Because sometimes like the easy thing for me when I'm going through something like this is to like just disengage with life in general and like escape somehow. And for me sometimes that's drinking, and sometimes it's just watching TikToks, sometimes it's a bunch of stuff. And escaping is a great thing if you're feeling overwhelmed, but it's not a good technique to for like long term. So it's okay to do that for a little while, but then you're gonna get stuck in that cycle and that's not healthy. So I would try to, yeah, do something productive but fun. And I hate using the word productive because I don't really think that's actually a productive word, but that's a word that helps me feel like I'm doing something for like a good reason. I also garden, that's kind of fun for me, but find an activity that you can do that's not escaping but also giving you like a little bit of joy, like, you know, something you like to do. Also taking a shower or something that can kind of like try to get yourself into like a mindset of, you know, let's get clean, let's get my day started or whatever. So that's something. Let's see, and other lack of motivation. So yeah, just starting with small steps, and I hope that I'm being helpful because there's not really a cure to this. I've also noticed that caffeine is really good for me. I find that caffeine, like taking it first thing in the morning, is a great way to start my day, because by the time, and also eating like breakfast, like something, like I meal plan with my breakfast because I have a hard time eating and cooking and stuff like that. So what I do is I make like a bunch of smoothies in the morning. I'll take like half a caffeine pill, which is like, I think a full caffeine pill. You can get them at Walgreens and stuff, or you could just drink a coffee. I just don't drink coffee. And also, sorry, this is like all on a tangent. I feel like I'm always tangential, but I like to, yeah, you can get, they're like little yellow pills that you can get at Walgreens. They're over the counter, 200 milligrams. I think that's way too much caffeine, so I just cut it in half and then take half and then drink my smoothie, so I'm taking it not on an empty stomach and I don't get anxiety from the caffeine, because that's easy to do too. And then yeah, and I just feel like the caffeine pills work a little better for me because it's more instantaneous than like drinking a cup of tea or something with caffeine in it. It's just like, it gets you going. And I think starting the day strong is key as well. And it's also hard to balance that with like your work or school life. So yeah, I would just recommend to try to notice, like listen to your body, notice when you're in a productive mood, and notice why are you in this motivated mood right now. Is there something in your environment that's made you change? Did something good happen? And notice those things, because when you're in a not motivated mood, I should say, then you can pick those things that you notice from when you were motivated and try to implement that into your life then. So another thing that I do this voice. So as many of you know, this isn't my real voice. And I go into this voice as a psychology trick, because every time I'm in this voice, I am positive and I am a good role model and I am like everything good that I feel about like myself, you know, and I'm trying to channel all those things. So maybe for you, it could be something similar. Maybe you start talking to yourself like a kid. Sometimes I do that too. I'm like, good job, Brenna. Like, you did good. Like, or like, I get excited for myself. And yeah, you can kind of seem like a crazy person doing that, but if it works, then like, what's crazy about that? You know, you just got to start like not feeling so self-conscious about doing these tricks and things like that, and just start doing, because it's okay to be silly, and if people judge you, that's on them, that's not on you. Care less about what other people think, and that's easier said than done. I still care a lot, but I care a lot less now than I did when I was growing up. So I hope that was a comprehensive enough answer for you. I don't really have a specific answer, but just listen to yourself, because you're the person who can resolve your issues the best. Obviously, if you can get a therapist or something too, I highly recommend. That can be challenging in its own right for many reasons, but be your own biggest cheerleader. You know yourself best. And start listening to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your thoughts, and know that you are not your thoughts either. You know, you can break those cycles of negativity. So yeah, Luke says your lives are my escape from my schoolwork. Yeah, I totally feel that, and I'm so glad that I can offer that for you. But yeah, I totally understand. Escapism is great sometimes. And Queen says making myself a nice coffee in the morning helps me get up and motivated. Yes, doing things for yourself like that definitely is great. So I'm loving that you can do that. And Luke also makes tea in the morning. That's awesome. I love that. JT says, thank you for the tips. I'll make sure to try them. Yeah, and if you want to talk more in depth, please feel free to message me on my Instagram. I would love to offer some more tips or like just general support if you need it. But yeah, just listen to yourself for sure. JT says, I've been struggling with schoolwork and future plans, and these tips definitely helped. Awesome. And I will say from personal experience too, like I thought that I had like this whole planned out thing when I was in school, like I was gonna do X, Y, and Z out of school, and it ended up not happening. And it's okay that life doesn't go according to plan, but just know that most things in life happen. I think that it's helped me think that things happen for a reason. And so yeah. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today. I do have to go because I'm cooking out here, but I hope y'all have a beautiful Wednesday, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, sexies!